So I'm going to talk to you today about 4 different reasons why you should be doing cardio, because it's so much more than like fat loss. Of course, that's a side effect because, of course, you're burning more calories, but there is so much more to cardiovascular health that we just don't talk about. And so, if there's any reason to do cardio, it's going to be today from this video because I'm going to share with you some things that some sort of mind blowing things about cardio that you may not have known. Okay, so number one, a lot of you are eating the right foods, but because you're sitting all day, your body is having a hard time sending those nutrients to the right place. When you do cardio and you move your blood around your body, you actually get your nutrients shuttled to the right place. And again, cardio doesn't have to be anything super intense. It can be simply walking, briskly for 20 or 30 minutes in the afternoon. It doesn't have to be anything insane. But if you're not doing cardio, you are most certainly not moving as much nutrients as you could to your body, which means you're not absorbing the food as much as you could. And so you're like, well, why do I feel a little bit, off or thick or stuffy or fluffy? Well, because you're supposed to be eating antioxidants and fiber and things shoved around your body, and you're not. You're not moving. And you need to move. You need to get your heart rate up and you need to get your blood pumping so that all of the nutrients, all those multivitamins y'all are taking, all that sea moss you guys are taking, useless if you do not move. Useless. Absolutely useless. If you do not do cardio, all of your intake, all of that stuff is useless. You need to be moving your blood around in your body. And the way that you do that is by doing cardio. So if you're someone who is sitting 12 hours a day or 8 hours a day for your job, you need to find ways to get up maybe during your lunch break or every hour and decide how you are going to get some blood flow through your body. Maybe that's just a 5 minute walk. I told you guys before that I've had clients where I said, okay, every hour you're gonna, because she worked on the second floor of her building, and I said every hour you're gonna get up and you're gonna walk up and down the stairs. Number one, by the way, this person had diabetes, blood sugar stabilized. Every hour she would get up and she'd walk, and it was hard for her because she was significantly overweight, and it was hard for her. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, this is so hard, but my blood sugar is better, and I'm losing weight. I'm losing weight. Good for you. Good for you." So that is one of the main reasons why you guys you have to do your cardio is because you're shuttling nutrients, and also when you start moving, your insulin levels are leveled out. So if you're someone who's pre-diabetic, I would recommend you start walking every hour or so, and just doing a 10-minute walk because that can be super helpful for your blood sugar to do that. I always recommend that for my clients. I try and move right after all of my meals, but sometimes it doesn't always happen because I'm on like calls back to back. But when I can, I 100% try and move immediately after I eat, and just walk for like 5 or 10 minutes, or even we have a second story here, and so I try and walk, um, once I'm done with my meals, but that doesn't always happen. Okay, number two, you guys, part of your detox system is sweating. And I feel like that's just like not talked about enough. Like we think of detox as like juicing. Oh, is it? Is my sound a little hard to hear? Oh, that's really good. Thank you for doing that. Shoot. Is that better? It should be better now. It should be better. That's really bad. Um, it's because my headphones are in. Okay. So what I was saying is the first point I was making about cardio is the fact that cardio is actually delivers nutrients to your body. So if you do not do cardio, your body's having a hard time getting the nutrients where it needs to go. So a lot of you are eating well, but then you're not optimizing that food because you're not moving, because it's not getting shuttled appropriately. If you sit all day, you can't just be sitting all day and then thinking that your food's going to where it's going to go. It's not, right? So you need to be moving. And then secondly, your body detoxes via sweat.
So you should be doing cardio. Again, we think that juicing and this, that, and the third is going to be the thing that's going to detox our body. No, one of the ways your body detoxes is blood flow. Blood flow, right, through your liver, through your spleen, through your kidneys, and sweat. Sweating. You should be sweating. And a lot of us are afraid to sweat for whatever reason. We don't want to be, we don't want to mess up our hair. We don't want to mess up whatever, but you need to be sweating. You need to be sweating. If you're feeling puffy, it could be that you are having some drainage issues, some lymphatic drainage issues. You got a little bit of toxins in your body. And so I'm telling you that if you work on sweating every single day, whether that's in the sauna or whether that's in, just walking outside, that will make a big difference in your health. So that is a second reason to do cardio, is that you should be moving every day. It's a detox. It is one of the best ways to detox. Especially in the winter time, you guys. In the winter, we tend to sit down more, which means we are we are stagnant. And when you're stagnant, think about you guys, how West Nile virus is spread. Okay, think of your body like a bucket of water, and if it's not stagnant, things start to grow, and you need to be moving your body to stop the toxins from just hanging out, right? So you want to make sure that you're moving so that you can move those nutrients, move those toxins, sweat a little bit. In the winter, we like to sit around more because we're going to more events. It's also colder. It's harder to move as well in the winter. I'll admit it. I always have to be very conscious about my steps in the winter because I will stop. Like, I will stop moving as much in the winter. And then I'm like, ooh, why do I feel so awful? Oh, because I'm not moving, right? And that's because there's toxins building up. Another thing, your immune system is strengthened when you do cardio and strength training. So make sure that you're doing that as well. We're eating a bunch of sugar. You're eating a bunch of sweets. You can use your cardio not to burn calories, but to help your body detox the alcohol that you're drinking. Yes, the alcohol that a lot of you guys are drinking alcohol. No judgment, I get it, but that's a toxin. And so if you're not detoxing by sweating, it's taking your body quite a while to digest and to get that out of your system. So make sure that you guys are moving your body for that reason alone. Thirdly, this is for the ladies because the men don't really have as deep of a hormone issue that women do. But if you are like, oh, my hormones, I need to balance my hormones. The best thing you can do to balance your hormones is to move. If you are not exercising regularly, then you don't need to be on any kind of medication. Felicia, great. I got on the scale this morning and finally made it to one. Like, oh, I'm so congratulations. Good for you. And I know that wasn't easy. Good for you. Whatever your goal is, I hope you reach it. But as I was saying about the hormones, a lot of people are like, oh, I need to balance my hormones. And then I'm asking, okay, have you moved today? Do you exercise regularly? Because guess what? Did you guys know that a lot of women have estrogen dominance? That's why you have super heavy periods. That's why you have PMS. That's why you have a big gut. That's why you have fibroids. All of that is estrogen dominance. One of the ways that you can decrease estrogen is by sweating. The other way you detox oxygen is actually through your feces. But did you know, how many of you guys, when you do cardio, you have to go to the bathroom? Good. That means that you're actually detoxing your body. That's a wonderful, wonderful sign. If your body is detoxing, I'm always concerned, you guys, when women are like, oh, Coach Joe, I go to the bathroom once a week. Oh, what? You go to the bathroom once a week? That's crazy. That means your body is not detoxing properly. So when you do cardio, it helps your body to balance out your hormones. You're detoxing, you're re-regulating your system. And that's another reason to maintain your cardiovascular health. I know that everybody's saying, oh, strength training. Yes, of course I'm an advocate of strength training. Of course I am. I'm a personal trainer. but I am also a realist. Thank you. It was difficult, but the goal has been to have a better relationship with mindset around eating, and at 41, understanding how to care for my still menstruating body. Are you hoping for that to end? I think you got a while. I think you have some. I think you got some time before that goes away. But yes, I know it's hard, but and it's you're right. It's all about the mindset around food and eating. That's really what it is. We have been trained, in the United States and then culturally, that food is meant to be something more than what it is, and so you have to look at it as like it's a fueling system, right? It gives me what I need to be a healthy person, to live functionally. And a lot of us, we've been trained. Trust me, I've had to do my own work on food and to be like, okay, food is not here just as a coping mechanism. Like I have to learn how to deal with food as a normal human being and not for it to be my best friend. Like that's just not what it's for. And every food doesn't need to be an experience. I actually need to do a video about that. How how every piece of food doesn't need to be an experience, because sometimes we think that like, oh, every mouthful has to be delightful, and it's like, sometimes it just has to get the job done, and then we can use our delightful food for later. But anyway, so hormonal health. If you're not doing cardio, you are probably not detoxing your excess hormones as much as you could. So balancing hormones often tends to mean that they're not being detoxed properly, so one is out of balance. And the easiest way to do that is to start sweating by doing cardio. Like, don't be afraid to take on that task. That's one of the biggest things. When my clients are just lifting, you guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. When my clients are just lifting, they don't look or feel the same. All these Pilates princesses, they lying. That's not cardio. This is why they're all out there with their weighted vests on and trying to move, because at some point you realize, oh wait, like I can lift and that's great and you should, but I also need to feel like I also need to sweat, and I feel better when I'm sweating. And so yes. What else are you guys saying? Oh, thank you for the super chat. Who gave me that super chat? Let me look at that. Oh, J Dog. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. If you're still here, I appreciate that. So those are the reasons that I recommend that my clients do cardio. Let's talk about the kind of cardio that I think is really good. I think twice a week you should be doing interval cardio. Interval cardio. So that's high intensity intervals. And then the other days a week you can do low interval cardio. So twice a week you're going to do like walk fast on the treadmill for 30 minutes, or sorry, for 30 seconds, and then do it slowly. And then you're going to do fast for 30 seconds and do it slowly, and alternate like that. That's really important to get your heart rate up to a higher level. And then your body has to work really hard to recover, so then you have burned more calories throughout the day. So you're going to do high intensity interval cardio. You can also do that on a bike. If like some people don't like to walk or run on the treadmill, so I have them do it on a bike. So they'll end up doing bike for 45 seconds really hard, and then rest for a minute. And you can choose whatever intervals you want. So if you're someone who's like, oh shoot, I haven't been doing as much cardio as I should, then you start with like 30 seconds on, 2 minutes off. And then you close your rest period to the degree at which it makes sense for you. So once 2 minutes becomes too long, then you start to say, okay, I'm not going to do 2 minutes. Now I'm not going to do 2 minutes. I'm going to do, 1 minute or whatever. So that is what I would recommend for cardio. And then the other days you can do like 20-minute sessions of cardio, just steady state walking or doing whatever feels good to you, like whatever your preferred cardio is. That also works as well. Let me see what you guys are saying. Okay. So that is all I really wanted to talk about on here, was just making sure that you guys understand the benefits of cardio outside of fat loss. because sometimes we like only want to do things because they're going to help us lose weight. And it's like, well, you're going to lose weight and you're going to get to your goal, and then what? And then what's your reason for exercising? What is your reason? Like, you can't just do this because you want to lose weight. Like, that's part of it, but what about when you reach your goal weight? The reason why a lot of people never reach their goal weight is because they don't know what to do with their lives once they reach their goal weight, or they're expecting their goal weight to do something for them. So they think, okay, once I hit this goal weight, I'm going to be happy. And then they realize they're not happy. So they gain the weight back so they can say it again. Oh, I'm going to reach my goal weight, so I'll be happy. And they put themselves in this weird cycle of gaining weight and losing weight so they can feel like they're doing something. And instead, it's like, okay, you need to have other goals. Like, your goal can't just be to, you can't just make decisions based on whether or not something's going to give you fat loss or not. You have to make decisions based on what's good for your health. Because at this point, I'm not trying to lose fat, right? So I'm making decisions for my health that are based on what's good for my body, what's good for my hormones as my body changes, what's good for, long-term health. And that's how you keep your motivation, is that you're not making decisions, you're not just doing cardio because it makes you skinny. It's like, yeah, that'll help, but you need to be doing cardio because you want to chase your children around, or you want to chase your grandchildren around, or you don't want to have to need help to walk to the grocery store, or you want to be able to, carry a bunch of items without being weak, without needing help. Like, you want to be able to do a lot of things. You want to live a long life that has, that where you're not, having a heart attack because you didn't take care of your heart, right? You eat well for that reason. You don't eat well just because it makes you skinny. Like, you gotta be, we gotta think past the weight loss at this point. It has to be because I want to be healthy. And typically when that happens, you lose the weight for good. The reason why a lot of people are on this yo-yo dieting is because their mindset around food has not shifted to, hey, this is for life, and I don't need food to be some special like experience for me. I just needed to get the job done, and I'm doing this because this is what's good for my body. I'm going to get my soothing, I'm going to get my therapy from somewhere else. I'm not going to get my therapy from I'm not going to get my therapy from food. I'm going to get my therapy from connection. I'm going to get my therapy from an actual therapist, but I'm not going to hold food hostage to my my needs. I'm not going to require that food does something that it cannot do, because food was never meant to serve as your friend. It was never meant to do anything but support your body and to be used as a cultural tool for connection. But it was never meant to be anything other than just food. And when we start to ignore that, we get into trouble, because we're starting to ask of food things that we should be asking of our friends and our family and our therapists and our spouses and etc. So anyway, you guys, that's it for today. I gotta curl my hair, and then I will see you guys in the next one. I have a new video coming out. I just bought my power plate, which I'm really excited about. I'll upload that later. And then I have a workout on the power plate, although the workout didn't turn out exactly how I wanted it to, but I'm still gonna post it. Because I'm doing this whole thing where I don't have to post perfectly. I'm just gonna post anyway. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.